On Sunday, Senator Bernie Sanders took to Twitter to deliver one of his usual messages. People go to the doctor because they're sick, get a diagnosis from their doctor, but they can't afford the treatment, he wrote. How crazy is that? So I responded snarkily, I go to a fancy store to check out a piece of furniture and I can't afford it. Totally crazy. This, of course, prompted spasms of apoplexy on the left. How could I dare to compare medical care to furniture? Was I equating the two? Was I suggesting that the necessity of furniture was somehow comparable to the necessity of medical care? Of course not, because that would be stupid. I was pointing out that medical care is a commodity, and that in life, we are often faced with commodities we cannot afford. But this mere observation caused a ruckus on the left. Necessities don't compare to luxuries, said one angry tweeter. Bless characters like Ben Shapiro for demonstrating the complete soullessness of capitalist ideology, tweeted another. The idea here seems to be that unless you declare medical care a right rather than a commodity, you're soulless. And as Marx might put it, necessity rather than autonomy creates rights. This is foolish, both morally and practically. Morally, you have no right to demand medical care of me. I may recognize your necessity, I may offer charity. My friends and I may choose to band together and fund your medical care. But your necessity does not change the basic math. Medical care is a service and a good provided by a third party. No matter how much I need bread, I do not have a right to steal your wallet or hold up the local bakery to obtain it. Theft may end up being the least immoral choice under the circumstances. That doesn't make it a moral choice or suggest that I have not violated your rights in pursuing my own needs. But the left thinks that declaring necessities rights somehow overcomes the individual rights of others. If you're sick, you don't have the right to demand that my wife, who is a doctor, care for you. Is there any limit to this right? Do you have the right to demand that the medical system provide life-saving care forever to the tunes of millions of dollars of other people's taxpayer dollars or services? How exactly can there be such a right without the government rationing care or using compulsion to force individuals to provide it or confiscating mass sums of wealth to pay for it? The answer, nope, not worked out. Rights that derive from individual need inevitably violate individual autonomy. In response to my tweet, my colleague New York Magazine's Jesse Singal wrote, quote, free markets are good at some things and terrible at others, and it's silly to view them as ends rather than means. That's not true. Free markets are expressions of individual autonomy, and therefore they are ends to be pursued in and of themselves. Now practically, declaring medical care a right doesn't make it actually happen. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg said at one point she would model new constitutions on the South African Constitution, which guarantees, quote, everyone has the right to have access to healthcare services, including reproductive health care. The state must take reasonable legislative and other measures within its available resources to achieve the progressive realization of each of these rights. That's what the South African Constitution says. But the World Health Organization ranks South Africa somewhere near the bottom of the globe in terms of medical care. What happened? Why didn't the right self-actualize? Because medical care is a commodity, and if you treat it differently, that's stupid. To make a commodity cheaper and better, you need two things: profit incentive and freedom of labor. The government destroys both of these things in the healthcare industry. It decides medical reimbursement rates for millions of Americans, particularly poor Americans. This, in turn, creates an incentive for doctors not to take government-sponsored health insurance. It regulates how doctors treat with patients, the sorts of training doctors must undergo, the sorts of insurance they must maintain. All of this convinces fewer Americans to become doctors. Undersupply of doctors generally, and of doctors who will accept your insurance specifically, along with over-demand stimulated by government-driven health insurance coverage, that leads to mass shortages. The result, an over-reliance on emergency care, costs for which are distributed among government, hospitals, and insurance payers. So, what's the solution for poor people? Well, not to declare medical care a right, certainly not to dismiss reliance on the market as some sort of perverse cruelty. Markets are the solution in medical care, just as they are in virtually every other area. If you treat medical care as a commodity, that means temporary shortages, and it means some people won't get everything we wish they would have. But that's also true, but worse, with government-sponsored medical care, as the most honest advocates will admit. And whereas government-sponsored medical care requires a top-down approach that violates individual liberties, generates over-demand and cautious supply, markets prize individual liberties. They reduce demand. You don't demand more of what you have to pay for, and they heighten supply for profit incentive. So, back to the furniture. Let's say your life depended on this choice today. You either have to obtain an affordable chair or an affordable X-ray. Which would you choose to obtain? Well, if you're not stupid, you choose the chair. That's because there are lots of types of chairs, produced by scores of different companies, widely distributed. You can buy a $15 folding chair or $1,000 antique without the slightest difficulty. By contrast, to obtain an X-ray, you have to work with your insurance company, wait for an appointment, and then haggle over price. Why? Because the medical market is way more regulated. Thanks to the widespread perception that healthcare is a right, the chair market. Does that sound soulless? True soullessness is depriving people of the choices they require, because you're more interested in patting yourself on the back by inventing rights than by incentivizing the creation of goods and services. In healthcare, we could use a lot less virtue signaling and a lot less government. Or we could just read Bernie Sanders' tweets while we wait in line for a government-sponsored surgery, dying, presumably, in a decrepit chair.